Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, doing Disney on a budget. If you've been following along with this series in real time, you'll know that I'm a stickler for taking some of the magic that Disney conjures up on a regular basis and putting that on a plate. I don't care if it's a Mickey Mouse shaped plate or a random piece of china or even a paper plate. Edible magic is the most magical magic. To that end, I have another cookbook for you that, despite its age, is sure to hold your whole family's taste buds spellbound. This is the FamilyFun cookbook featuring 250 irresistible recipes for you and your kids and an equal amount of food-based projects from Deanna F. Cook and the editors and experts at FamilyFun magazine. Looking around the book's cover, what do you get? Well, you get fast family dinners, school lunches, Sunday brunches, after-school snacks, great birthday cakes, breakfast on the run, holiday pies, bake sale winners, wholesome breads, winter soups, garden fresh salads, vegetables kids love, and a pizza party just to stay in shape. All of this in a special spiral-bound cookbook picked up for 25% off the price of $3.99. And without a moment's hesitation, we're going to get right into it. Now, the focal point of this review is going to be Molly Katzen's Teaching Kids to Cook recipes. These two-page recipes here are all presented in photographic step-by-step instructions. You follow the recipe and you refer to the photographs seen herein that would indicate which step you're supposed to be following. We also have photographs of each of the individual ingredients needed to make the recipes and kids' reviews of the recipes. All this is aimed at helping your kids become ready, willing, and able participants in cooking up some of the delicious magic that abounds here. We begin with cinnamon French toast. FamilyFun contributor Molly Katzen, who's also the author of the Moosewood Cookbook, says, "I can't think of a more perfect recipe for beginning cooks than French toast. I made it with 3-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and many ages in between, and somehow it's appealing to everyone." No disrespect to Molly Katzen, but as of right now, nobody can beat my mother's French toast. And, granted, she has flubbed with it in the past, but for the past couple of months, she's been acing her French toast whenever the need arises. Nobody can beat hers. Then again, nothing's better than homemade straight from mom. That's breakfast. Now onto some lunch specials. A purple passage shake with spiral sandwiches. Help your kids prepare this tempting alternative to PB&J for their school lunch, and they may become more adventurous eaters, at least at lunchtime. These are the kids' reviews. You know, if the kids become ready, willing, and able participants in making all these great recipes, they will eat what they helped create. Even if it's veggie-based or meat-based, breakfast, lunch, dinner, desserts, if kids help to make it, they will eat it. That's a known fact. Next up, nachos, salsa, and guacamole. The holy trifecta of after-school snacks. We also have here a quick tomato soup with crunchy croutons. That's in the Soups On chapter. It's a quick but real soup. It's simple for kids to make, boasts a start to finish time of 20 minutes and contains no mysterious stops. Now, I don't know if this is a special section of the Molly Katzen recipes here, because it doesn't really indicate if it's a teaching kids to cook recipe or not. But it is presented in the same way as Molly's recipes. Photographic step-by-step instructions for making the world's simplest bread dough. And we have here a total of 14 photographs, which equal 14 steps. That's your 14-step plan to serious bread nirvana. Now on to Chinese fried rice, takeout style, for dinner. This is the Dinner's Ready chapter. If you wish your kids were more enthusiastic about eating vegetables, help them make this stir-fry. The Chinese have been cooking vegetables for thousands of years, and they know how to make them taste good. Irene, Zach, and Viva definitely concur. For a lovely side dish, we have here baked potatoes a la mode. That's not a fine way to get kids to eat their veggies. Teach your kids how to fix baked potatoes with toppings, grated cheese, stir-fried broccoli, olives, and more, and they'll go to love the humble potato. By the way, I should mention that there are a lot of recipes in here that include some formulation of a bar. You know, a salad bar, a baked potato bar, a burger bar, whatever. It's essentially a foundational recipe for a baked potato or a burger or whatever, along with various toppings that the kids can use to customize their baked potatoes and whatever the heck these bar recipes call for. It's really more like an assembly line that's a lot of fun to assemble. But of course, you can't have all this fun without a very sweet ending, which in many cases can often be an equally sweet beginning, as I often say. So here we have some wild oatmeal cookies. When Molly's mother added chocolate chips to her oatmeal cookie dough, a family tradition was born. Now Molly and her kids have added their own favorite stirrings: dried cranberries, apricots, chocolate chips, and more. And it gets rave reviews from Lev, Jenny, and Eve. One more. Quick and easy banana bread. It's a holiday recipe, as indicated in the Home for the Holidays chapter, the last chapter in here. It's a lovely way to say thank you to a special teacher, babysitter, or friend. It's homey, it's inexpensive, and for the holidays, well, it sometimes can be mandatory. Banana bread is just one of the more welcoming additions to any housewarming party or any thank you party for those essential workers and some of those best friends in your life. So yeah, you should add that to the recipe rotation. Now, aside from Molly Katz's recipes, I mean, the remaining 240 something in here just tickle everybody's taste buds. I mean, breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, side dishes, the works. And you see that at-home salad bar that I mentioned? This is one of several bar recipes in here that is infinitely customizable. We also have a great many preparation and shopping and ingredient substitution tips, as is the norm. We also have a lot of projects that utilize some of the remnants, some of the leftovers, some of the food scraps, so nothing gets thrown away. Some lovely decor ideas. This is a really well put together book, despite this being published in 1996. Yes, folks, this was published in 1996. Again, it has more than 500 recipes and activities from the editors of FamilyFun magazine, with lively full-color photographs, party foods for birthdays, holidays, and every day, tips for keeping a well-stocked pantry, time savers from real parents and readers of FamilyFun magazine, whom this book is dedicated to. Thumbs up to them for that. Innovative ways to liven up breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all the snacks in between. Mealtime games for the whole family. Family feud projects for kitchen and garden. As you saw throughout this video, teaching kids to cook recipes by Molly Katzen, author of the Moosewood Cookbook. If you want to moose it with your kids in the kitchen, her recipes are a really solid way to go. Special meals for fussy eaters and a unique hardcover spiral binding that lies completely flat. As you see here, back, open, and front. Generally, I'm not a big fan of spiral-bound books of any kind, but this is one of the more easier to handle and maintain spiral-bound books that I've come across in a while. Retail prices, $24.95 in the US and $33.95 in Canada. It's from Disney Editions, obviously. And all in all, it gets 4.5 out of 5 claps. One component of cookbook buying that most folks would consider is how old the cookbook is, and if some of the recipes have been lost in the midst of time. I would argue that very few of the recipes in here are, even though this was published, again, as you see here, in 1996. But it doesn't matter. The real essence of edible magic comes in a child's proud smile, beaming with pride and contentment at helping in a home-cooked meal. With FamilyFun Cookbook, any mom and dad out there is sure to become the sorcerer of the kitchen, with some very happy kids hungering to be their apprentices. This is our final Disney cookbook, at least for now, so from here on in, we're back to standard cookbooks away from this series on TSR, and those reviews will be published on Saturdays. Coming up next on Disney Deals, it's Family Feud Disney Edition. Thanks for watching, and remember, dreams come true on the flip side. The number one answer, of course, is Remy from Ratatouille with 31 points. Lowest ranked answer, Ariel with 2 points. Does Ariel not know how to cook?